Hi Joe, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson yesterday. So let's have a look at a couple of things. Firstly, I know you said straight away you can see your hands are a little bit more behind the ball. I completely agree. I didn't really want to do too many things with you, but if we look at Norrin here on the right, we can definitely see his left hand is a little bit more in front of the ball compared to yours, which is pretty much on the ball. Okay. Second of all, you felt as if you were shifting right. Now, strangely enough, if we draw a line on your right hip, we'll see that you don't, definitely not shift to the right. And as we get to the top, we've moved off of that point quite a lot. Now, if we look at Norrin again, and Norrin is one of the people I think that actually shifts off the ball the most the wrong way. And I know Matt would want to change that, but we can see, you can, his first move. Look at that. There is a bump to the right. You can see his hip is moving away from that, and then he gets back to that line at the top, but he's not off of that line, is he? So that's a very different feeling from you, is that he is shifting slightly to the right, even though his head's staying pretty still. So if we draw a line on his head as well, his head's staying pretty central, but his right hip is still on that line when he loads up. So he's completely stacked, where for me you're just too advanced, Joe, moving forwards, and this is what messes up the next part of the swing. So when you start down, because your legs are still, for me, shifting left and too advanced, your top half is now starting to tilt. Okay, it's tilt backwards. So when we come down to what I'd call here would be your lag or set position, we can see for me your top half is too angled. And your hands, when they do reach your right thigh, you haven't got 90 degrees of set like that. We can see your shaft is down there. So, and that's because your top half for me is backing up, is leaning this way as your legs are going that way. If we get rid of some lines now from Norrin and have a look when he starts down, we're going to see he gets this funky little move, but you can see everything is going left. Okay. Like I said to you, try and feel that left shoulder go down. He is literally trying to move everything left together. So when he comes down to that position, he's completely stacked. So if we look at the angles again against you and him, we can see here he's got 90 degree of shaft lean. His spine angle is very, very, that's his shoulder plane line. Hardly any tilt at all. If we look at yours, there's a lot of tilt. So, and that's because the legs, for me, have, unfortunately, shifted too far forwards, Joe. If we can keep those legs a little bit more loaded into that right hip, okay, the top half will start to stack on top of the lower half like Norrin here. You'll get much more shaft lean, and look how much descending blow he has coming into impact. Okay. Second thing, or next thing you needed to work on really was the path. Sometimes you was getting the path a little bit too left. And all we did, Joe, is we put a ball just on the inside of this one here, just to give you that feeling that you're swinging a little bit more out this way for me. Okay, so swing to the top of the swing, Joe. Stop. Let's try and get this right hip to stay where it is, or load onto the right hand side from there. And then when you start down, okay, try and feel that you move everything left together, okay, or everything down together. Try and feel this left shoulder goes down on the top of the downswing there. Get everything a bit more stacked, and this little ball inside here will just get the path good for you. If you start hitting some little draws, don't worry too much about it. You can easily work on club face again, but that will definitely get you a little bit more on top of it, stop the spinny ones, and all will be good. Hope that all makes sense, Joe.